Good morning, Gabs. You alright, mate?
I'm very
How
good.
are you, Gabs?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm great, mate. I was going to say to you, did that game you beat Germany in 2008? Was that the same one? Do you not say Benty played in a team that beat an England team that beat Germany as well yesterday?
Yeah, Benty come on in that game. Benty come on in the second half and we beat them 2-1.
He doesn't remember it. Who scored the goals? Do you remember it?
Yeah, it was Upson and Terry. I think Benty come on for maybe it might have been me, or maybe come on for Defoe.
I am refusing point blank to believe that you managed to beat Germany with Agbonlahor and Bent on the pitch at the same time. I'm sorry, mate, I'm not buying it.
You sound like Brazil. I've got to get this stick tomorrow. I don't expect it off you, McCoy.
I've started early, mate.
Right, Gabs, what did you make of the performance last night? Me and you actually were together last night, weren't we?
Yeah, I think by the time I got back to the hotel, it was like, I think maybe 30 minutes gone. So I only really watched from 30 minutes, but I just felt England, I don't know, they just didn't look right, did they? Maybe the atmosphere away from home against Germany maybe had a toll on some of the players, but they weren't keeping the ball. It was sloppy. Didn't really look like we had a way of playing. And then, yes, people might think I'm biased, but I think everyone said it once Jack come on, it was like, finally, some positivity, fearless, running at defenders. They were frightened of him. And when a player's like that, it opens up space for other players. So I think Jack coming on was probably the only bright spark of the evening, and he has to start. You know, I've seen a stat there. He started 11 games out of 22 appearances for England. He has to start. He's the player we have to get the ball to make things happen, and the whole of the country, I think, agree.
I don't think you're biased at all, Gabs, and I understand because we take the mick out of you, don't we, when you pay Jack compliments, but I think you do it for a reason. I think you know him and that's fair enough, but also I think we've all got eyes. We can all see what he plays with, the way that he plays, how exciting he is. And there's something, I think, there's a Larry, he's not had the easiest season, has he, really, at Manchester City, because he hasn't had the same amount of game time, anywhere near the same amount of game time that he would have been given at Aston Villa. And I almost think that was to be expected because we see that from Pep sometimes, don't we? So to come off the bench, to have an impact like he did, to still play, I just think he looks like he's enjoying himself at the moment. And he must be on a high from the Premier League. And you want players like that in you,
And
right?
I think he's always been that player. I remember when he first came into the Aston Villa squad when he was 17, 18, and he just wants to get on the ball and run at people. And, you know, just that kid who just wants to get on the ball, loves playing football. You could see him on the bench last night. I bet he was thinking, just get me on. I want to run at the right back. I want to run at Rudiger. And that's what he did. And he could have set up 3 goals last night. Harry Kane missed that chance. And I feel like we have to play on the front foot, you know, especially if we're playing it with a 4 at the back. The two centre-halves for me, they're always going to concede goals, Stones and Maguire. So I feel like we have to play with our attacking and fearless players like Grealish and Bowen when he come on. I thought
didn't they?
Looked very sharp. So I think everyone's saying the same thing, especially when Foden's fit as well. Grealish and Foden have got to start.
I'm going to read you Gareth Southgate's quotes. This is post-match on Jack Grealish particularly. The start of the game, the challenge to the wide players to attack, defend, try to score goals at a high tactical level, and you've got to be spot on. I think that's an area that Jack can get better at. And what he did do was carry the ball, and at the moment of the game, as it opens up, there's a little more space, a little more opportunity. And also that's freshness. What do you think?
But I look at Germany for the first 60, 70 minutes, and they were the ones keeping the ball. And we've got them players, Ali, that can control games. You know, we've got, I rate Declan Rice, we've got Bellingham, we've got Grealish, Foden. We've got these players that can keep the ball, and that's what happened when Jack come on. Yes, he was running at players, but I feel like the whole team reacted from him, and we started being in control of the ball a lot more, and that's what England can do.
I don't know what you think, Gab. I think Gareth in that statement is saying that that period of the game suited Jack to come on, although he would like to see more from Jack doing that at the start of the game. I think that's what Gareth's saying. It's a funny one because Harry was on. Would Harry read that one, Gab? You probably wouldn't have heard it. He'd been travelling into the studio, and he reckons it's funny because it looks as though Gareth's not 100% sold on Jack, and I get that impression myself, but all Jack can do is do what he did last night, come on and effectively turn the game, you know, for England, because he certainly looked a real deal when he came on, mate.
I totally agree, mate, and I feel that Jack's that sort of player, isn't he? You know, the 1-2s he can play. You know, he was so positive for the goal, you know, for Harry Kane, the penalty. You know, he wanted to take on 2-3 Germany players when other players want to play the easy pass. You know, don't want to lose it there, they might counter-attack. He's fearless, wants to play football, and I feel like he's got to start more games.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.